Yeah, and I think just if you do end up in one of these places on the list, like a fast food or like a Denny's type of place, one thing you can do is just to throw out the bun or take the bread away. Don't eat the extra carbs if you don't have to.
Mm-hmm.
It's not ideal. I mean, you're still going to be getting, you could be getting some bad fats. You could be getting too much sodium. But to save on the carbs will really help out with your energy levels, and you're not going to be as likely to pack on that extra fat onto your body.
Yeah, and if you can prepare in advance, it kind of helps sometimes to just have a nutrition bar with you, like a protein bar with those nuts. So that's probably a healthier meal than some of these that you're going to get at these restaurants because it's just hard to pick a la carte something at these places because they bundle it all up and stuff. But I think that is a good notion to ditch the bun and some of these like real sweet sauces that they serve with it. Again, the main issue is the fact that carbohydrates in excess are responsible for the obesity epidemic that we have in America. And there's actually another article here on CBS News that says from this study, 40% of U.S. may be obese by 2018. If the current trends continue, research group warns spending on obesity could hit $344 billion.
Yeah, well, if you get on healthymindfitbody.com, you can pick up our book and avoid all of that, right?
Exactly. It sets you on the right path to thinking about nutrition, as well as dealing with the psychological side of all this, because as we touched on at the beginning of the show, this is really about your own choices and what you want to make of your life. What's your self-concept? What do you envision for yourself as far as your future self, and how do you look at your present self? There was another article here that talked about why the obese don't always know that they're obese, or they deny the fact that they have a health issue. And that gets to the aspect of self-acceptance. You first
Right.
need to accept where you are before you can get where you want to be.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and those are great concepts just for everyday life. I mean, I'm working on goals right now, and all those concepts that we talk about with nutrition can be applied to other aspects of life and moving you forward in what your desires are.
Mm-hmm. So the book is really helpful because it integrates the psychological with the nutritional side. And to get a bonus audio that we have free on our website, you just go to the homepage and then opt in that upper right corner with your email address. And you can get that for free, which explains these three pillars that we kind of structured the book with to deal with understanding yourself and your fitness level and, to maintain your healthiness throughout your life.
Right, and that's healthymindfitbody.com. And we're looking for feedback, so let us know what your issues are and anything that you're coming across in terms of your fitness level and what you want to do and how we can possibly help you. So just come to the website and just post a comment on our blog.
Yeah, and you can also go to iTunes and rate or review the show. Much appreciated. And if you run into an expert, if you have a doctor in your life or a nutritionist or somebody that proclaims to know a lot about nutrition and fitness and health and so forth, and it seems to be somewhat contradictory, go ahead and let us know about that too. Because the reason why, this prediction of 40% obesity in the US is because of a lot of bad information out there.
Right.
And it's important to really nail down the essentials of what it takes to live a healthy life in order to actually prevent a bad state of affairs for everybody in this culture.
Yeah, exactly.
And to actually turn your life around and to flourish and have a great self-concept and to live a real happy life that's about flourishing rather than, doing damage control, which is kind of seems to be where the healthcare whole agenda is heading, right?
Yeah, I'm all about the flourishing for sure.
Indeed. Yeah, I think after the workout tomorrow morning, I'm going to go play some volleyball, some beach volleyball for a few hours.
Nice.
Which if you do like a 3-on-3 or, 2-on-2 is rough, but 3-on-3 you can get pretty good exercise doing that because there's a lot of ground to cover.
Yeah, just don't hurt yourself.
Try not to. Yeah, I won't go for the dives with the mouthful of sand. That's no fun.
Yeah, although that would make a good story for the podcast. So.
Exactly. Do the podcast with a mouthful of sand. That'd be great.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Well, I think that wraps up the show for today. Thanks, everyone, for listening, and we'll talk to you next week.
Have a good one. Talk to you next week.
It's